Every morning, Miguel and Holly reveal Charlotte's deepest, darkest secrets.
It's Queen City Confessions with Miguel and Holly. Hits 96.1.
If you want to get your confession in, you can do it anonymously. Put the word hits along with your confession in a text message and send it to 96893.
Here's the first Queen City confession. I refuse to eat at our work Thanksgiving potluck, and I have a good reason. I've seen way too many people leave the bathroom without washing their hands. And these are the same people bringing casseroles, stuffing, and pies to the potluck. I can't stop thinking, Bob, did you touch the mashed potatoes with those unwashed hands? Or, Susie, did you sneeze into the cookie batter? I just can't do it. Every year I come up with an excuse. Oh, I already ate lunch, or I'm not feeling well today. But really, I just don't trust my coworkers' hygiene enough to risk it. By the way, I added the names to that. They did not put Bob or Susie. I feel like it really needed those names in there to really add a punch.
But yeah, you were taking me down a whole story. I was thinking about Bob myself. That's crazy. I mean, that's absolutely your prerogative. I know some people are highly like I don't know if the word germophobic is a proper word anymore, but like super concerned about anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just don't. My only question is though, like, how do you rationalize eating at a restaurant? I know that they have to have standards, but like, are you in the kitchen looking at what they do? Do you know that, oh, homeboy, so that's fine. And if you only want to eat what you make in your kitchen, that's also fine. That's your choice.
But I do think, though, there's a difference of, at least if you're in a restaurant, you don't see it, so you can't think about it. But when you have seen Bob not wash his hands in the bathroom, and then you see him coming in with his green bean casserole, and you're like, all I can think about is Bob going to the bathroom and then walking out whistling like nothing happened. And it's like, I can't do it.
No, I get it. I, however, like to live on the edge. I'm all about a potluck. Give me a good covered dish. I will take my chance.
I'm curious, have you ever had any mishaps like that at your work potluck, whether it's Thanksgiving or for other reasons, where like just the food was really dirty, like you found some hair or like something crazy? Text hits in your message to 96893. Here's another Queen City confession, and this is a trigger warning dealing with domestic violence.
Ooh.
After watching a show where a girl talked about being assaulted, my husband started talking about his thoughts on the subject. He was saying how he didn't understand how it was so common and was wondering if women were not cautious enough. Were their parents or friends, or were their parents and friends cautious enough? And what the hell are we teaching our boys that they do this? I opened my mouth a couple of times to tell him that it happened to me, but the words wouldn't come out. We've been together for 30 years, and I've never told him. I've never told anyone. I don't know how he would feel if I tell now. This happened before we met. He is protective by nature and loves me and isn't embarrassed to show it. I just don't know how to say it or if I need to. I think it would mess him up.
Okay, well, first of all, why are you protecting his feelings and not, giving your own the same respect? But that's truly up to you. It's your story, and you don't have to share it if you'd rather not. But don't do it for him.
Right.
Only do it for you. Like if you don't personally want to share it, that's fine. But I think unfortunately, I think that's probably pretty common because, and that's not to say that violence against men doesn't happen. It absolutely does, from women and other men. I think sometimes you get caught in this situation where it's like men who this clearly hasn't happened to, and they haven't maybe had other women tell them their experiences. They simply can't wrap their mind around the fact that like they see it in TV shows and they might see it in the news, but like, how could it possibly be happening? Because they've never heard about it. It hasn't happened to them. It's really unfortunate. It's just, I don't know what the fix is for that, but I think it's common.
I think that it would, if you felt comfortable, to provide a perspective for him that he may not see. Because this has happened in my life with a family member who went through a situation like this. And I remember I was really young when it happened. And I remember thinking, wow, like how could someone I feel like is so strong let this happen to them? But then as you get older and you talk about it and you realize that there are so many psychological things that go into it that it doesn't matter who you are. It is possible for anyone.
Can happen to anyone, and it does.
Right. So I think maybe providing a different perspective because he loves you so much might be helpful in him having a little more empathy towards people that have gone through that. Here's our last Queen City confession. No, this is a kid warning.
We are all over.
We're going all over
today.
the place, girl.
All right.
I started Pilates a month ago. When my husband and I were getting it on this past weekend, we both noticed how much more flexible I've become.
Oh.
He said, I'll take the kids to all the events while you go to class if that's how flexible it makes you.
Oh.
Get it, girl.
Okay.
Get it. Get all of it.
Work those joints and tendons and things. Wow. Well, thank you for letting us know. I feel like Pilates, membership may go up now.
I'm about to say, let's see how these Pilates classes do after Thanksgiving here in the Queen City.
Yes.
It is 7:15. A couple weeks ago, we were shocked that we were nominated for Queen City Nerve's Best Local Morning Show. Now, it's the moment of truth. This is a paper, just a plain paper. I don't know, actually.
Oh, that's
Just a paper.
It's a regular paper that you're using for sound effects.
Did we actually win? Did you and the Miguel and Holly fam help us win? Or maybe it just wasn't our year and we were just happy to be nominated.
Listen, either way, again, I really was just happy to be nominated.
We find out next. Right now, it's Miles Smith with Stargazing on Hits 96.1.